they echo from another's throat.
When they have a male voice to legitimize them, there is a problem with our world when privilege is so ingrained and encompassing that those who have it seldom even realize.
We are so used to inequality that it has become almost invisible.
We live in such a problematic world and we are all trying to cope with it.
In a place where even good ideas
almost always have awful implications and where nothing
is ever innocent of conflict.
In this space, I say to you, listen to my words.
It is so hard to speak them, and yet almost harder to restrain inside.
They are the weights ever in my chest, like accumulated sand, every grain a piece of pain I've witnessed at someone's beloved's hands. I am so afraid.
So constantly terrified, every instant on guard for aggression.
Wanting so badly to trust, but always far too scared.
Do not hold it against me, my lovelies.
I could count on one hand the men I know that I would trust wholeheartedly.
You scare me so.
I care for you so deeply.
And yet, I am still terrified of what you may or may not do.
It is true that men experience assault by other men and women both, but even they are not brought up to fear as I was, as most women are.
Men are not raised with the expectation that they must
protect themselves against predators, always about them with the very knowledge that even those closest may at any moment turn and strike.
That we must be afraid of those we love,
as well as those who lurk in darkness. That is the worst part. I think that we are taught, and rightly,
that we must fear those we love for the violence they may do us.
Do not hate me, my darlings, because I look to you with fearful eyes.
I look at everyone so suspiciously.
There is a reason that when I find myself attracted to men, I am attracted to androgyny. So is the fear.
Knowledge that anyone may be harmless or benign.
Even he across the parking lot may only be casting eyes at the horizon.
But even so may anyone be prepared to hurt us, harm us in the
most intimate and horrifying ways. I move through space differently than you do.
Can you understand that?
I have been brought up in an environment that justifies the actions of men, which she should have known.
Brought up with the assumption that as a woman,
I should be more emotionally literate, perceptive, and demonstrative, but I am a mind reader.
I can only do my best.
Terror is pervasive.
I am so afraid, and it infects my every thought.
I would rather you not even see me. I long to shrink away from the place where you are, leaving perpetual inches
so close, and yet a chasm. Long to lean forward and be welcomed, but
I am afraid.
I am so afraid. I cannot remember a time where I felt as though the space I occupied
had been designed with me in mind. When I ever felt that I had the right to another's time.
I've always felt the invader, the thief,
stealing away someone else's place. Even my own flesh I find hard to believe I own.
I trail desperate marks across my skin,
placing lines of red and black, just so a constant reminder to myself that none but I have power over what form I must wear.
That with this body, I may do what I desire.
The feeling of nails on flesh keeps me grounded in this world.
Claims over again the right to feel things,
slaps me in the face with a reminder that
the space I occupy
belongs to me. And I am afraid to stop doing it because I'm not sure I won't forget again that it is mine.
No counting of calories or monitoring of BMIs will bring me to believe in myself in space or body as mine.
They only demonstrate the desperation in my heart to shrink into nothingness, to stand apart.
I have been taught all my life that I should give way, step aside, that I am to forgive, forget, and let things slide.
I have been taught in word and deed to be soft and slow and let others speak. I have learned through the years to vary my voice, and if I have a choice or not is not my choice.
When I walk into a room and take up space, it feels like victory.
When I claim a place and sprawl, it is a fight.
I only take up the space I need for my body.
Until a place is home, is in my blood flow, I don't feel I have the right.
Collin?
Based on how small they make my breasts look underneath my shirt.
I live most of my life in public and hardly ever in my apartment.
My signature dish is scrambled eggs with hot sauce.
And I am not inclined to offer my assistance in other people's kitchens.
I talk too much in class and tend to guide conversations to my liking when it's not my place to do so.
I can't say I tend to act
or think like a woman, so I hang out with a lot of men. And as a woman who sometimes looks like a man.
And maybe sometimes is more of a man than a woman. I worry about making myself part of the
boys' club.
I want to like women.
But often I look around a room and find myself uniquely female. It's uncomfortable being the only girl in the room, but it gets worse when boys forget that I'm a girl.
Haha! I'm just trying to avoid clingy bitches until the end of my college career, you know? Like, I just want to hook up with girls and not worry about it.
Oh yeah, clingy bitches, sure. Definitely, don't worry at all.
Sorry, bro.
No problem, dude. Actually, I'm sorry too. I'm sorry you think throwing the word bitch around is okay when all you see is just us guys. I'm sorry that I've probably let similar comments go and that now my presence here feels less like infiltration and more like assimilation.
This body carries countless privileges already. Maybe I'm addicted to the ease of it.
Here is my internship advisor's advice on how to better yourself. Choose between fame, money, and power and make life decisions based on your choice. No question. I want power. And
what does power look like? It's light-skinned and wearing a conservative tie.
Power is a taste for expensive dark liquor and fine leather goods. Power doesn't have to look like that.
But I'm still collecting masculine neckwear and adding satchels in colors like bourbon to my Amazon wish list. One woman likes women
if she actively tries to create herself in the image of a man. Listen, a lot of women don't like other women. Okay? I don't want to be one of those women haters, but sometimes I hate the womanly parts of myself. I want to love other women so that I can love all of me.
I don't know if I'm more attracted to men because I'm just more attracted to men or because I've been told over and over that people like me are not lovable. That people like me are not suitable partners worthy of respect.
But I like women.
Women are great.
I love women.
Really, some of my best friends are...
I've always prided myself on being the kind of girl who doesn't care about what boys think of her. A comment I got when I first came to college was,
I can tell you respect yourself. You know you're smart, not like other girls.
At the time, I'm sure I smiled and mumbled something vaguely pleasant.
But now I'd like to address that sophomore boy.
Hey, sophomore boy, fuck you! It may not look like it, but I am quite a bit like other girls. I do respect myself, and I am smart.
Like my sisters in skirts too short, lipstick too bright, cat's eyes too sultry and sculpted, who have taken so long to craft their copious curls that they are now fashionably, conspicuously late.
The women who glue rhinestones and plastic lashes to their faces on any day that strikes them, and bear uninvited evaluations with feminine fucking poise. Like them, I respect myself. Also like them, I am constantly processing and internalizing warped versions of myself reflecting off of other people.
I'm totally attractive enough to catch that stupid boy's attention.
I'm invisible.
I'm one of the guys.
I'm a total bitch. That short-haired feminist.
I'm safe, a good listener, such a nice, quiet girl.
Really? This sweet thing, a feminist.
I look like a preteen boy. Again.
I'm intimidating. The queen with a blazer and an editorial eye.
I'm so Midwest, I could tell immediately.
I think too much.
I'm a mommy in the bodega at breakfast, a dirty look in a button-down and a cat call in a sundress.
I'm actually really beautiful.
I'm just looking for a way to build a family while balancing a career.
And a freak for my horror at the idea of pushing an infant out of this body.
I should just wear a little makeup and let my hair grow
I'm
out.
such a boy sometimes.
I'm a woman.
Confused yet?
Because I am.
I'm confused about what to call myself.
The other night, two men on a date stared at my V-neck sweater and excellently pressed collar for a few minutes before asking, so are you a part of the LGBT community?
If I had an easy answer for you boys, I'd give it to you. But I'm not partial to yes or no questions, and I'm confused about it.
I'm confused when men find me attractive, and even more confused when I'm attracted to them.
I'm confused about the line between sex and friendship.
I'm confused when people devalue my friendships with women as frivolous and reduce my friendships with men to failed attempts at romance.
I'm confused by the constant feedback loop between my body and other people's eyes and words. Maybe I should identify myself that way. I'm confused!
I'm confusing, and I'm proud!
But I'm not satisfied.
I still can't explain myself.
I still wish I could piece together an outfit and a haircut, or a few well-chosen words that would clarify.
But I can't. Believe me, I've tried.
Instead, I talk and talk and talk out the multitudes and try to get comfortable in just not knowing. Listen, I just don't know.
A letter to myself at age 16. Hey, so it's me. Well, it's you, 5 years later. I'm writing just to check in, maybe give you some insights into life at 21.
You know, college or whatever.
College.
You'll be at college and you'll actually be pretty good at it.
I mean, you turn in almost everything a day late after starting it the day before, and you still don't know where all those baby East Coast states belong on the map, but you do learn some pretty cool things.
You learn that words like Vine and Twitter and Pinterest have the freakish ability to subdue the masses. You will never like kale, no matter how helpful you try to be. And the one person you thought would never let you down will.
Ken Montana is still trying to get the best of both worlds, except now it involves terrifying racial misappropriation, too many grills, and an interesting hairstyle choice.
And cats really do make it big. Huge. I'm talking t-shirts and ironic websites and complete domination of BuzzFeed articles everywhere.
Anyway, none of that is really what I'm ready to talk about.
I'm ready to tell you.
You are beautiful.
What?
Listen, I need you to
to
hear
hear
this. You fear that you won't be missed. Well, I'm here to tell you, dear, that you have so much life to live, so much heart to break, and a boldness that is an earthquake. Let this enter through your ears and settle right next to the place where you dream reality. In between the fun and the fear, let it flow through your river rock bed of vulnerability and sink in. You are beautiful.
Remember what Mom always said?
Mija, you don't know beauty if you don't know pain. And the end is?
Well, there's pain ahead. And that pain will come in the form of a beauty mark. Marked so beautifully brown that it radiates all over your body, your skin. It's called Mexican. You laugh at them when they make jokes at you.
No, we're not talking about you. You're not that Mexican.
You shrug off their words as if you couldn't care less, as if it doesn't affect you at all. It's amazing how practiced you are at making them feel more comfortable about you.
Look into the mirror.
You hate what you see.
No matter how hard you try, you will never be pretty. Pretty can straighten your hair. Pretty can change your clothes. It can whiten your skin. It can change how you walk, how you talk. You know all the ways to make yourself look more like them, but you can never change the wrapping this gift came in. Pretty is white. Look at the TV, the magazines, the prom queens on the cover of 17, and you see that no matter how hard you try, you will never be pretty.
And it only gets harder with every notch you climb on the social ladder. You see more white. Out of the 25 faces in your class, yours is the only one that's brown.
Face forward.
The professor's talking about family life in Latin America.
Face down.
Don't look at the professor.
Don't look at the professor.
Yes, he's looking at you to see if you will contribute, to see if you're offended. Hell, maybe he's half expecting you to, I don't know, maybe do the Mexican hat dance while eating a homemade empanada and singing the Chilean national anthem. So here's the question. Do you puke under the mortifying weight of 25 pairs of eyes on your back? Or do you look your professor right in the face and explain that just because my face is brown does not mean I can talk to the experiences of Latinas everywhere? Does not mean I'm any type of expert on anyone's life but my own.
And you realize it's not just your professor, but it's your friends and your acquaintances and even the people you never really liked. And every time you speak, you feel the need to prove and reprove until it becomes fact that you aren't just here because of some affirmative action.
You are beautiful.
You are beautiful. I know the war. I know it very well. There's a battle for self-worth happening in a valley of loneliness. You hear the symphony of a dying swing set singing an ode to innocence lost. Your dreams haunt you and heaven taunts you.
So listen, I'm not going to tell you it gets better. The war never ends, but with every battle you get stronger. And every fall leaves a new season to begin.
That night when he crawled under your covers and told you
You wanted it.
you heard yourself saying no.
No.
No. Turns out no is like a soft consonant, only heard if you're really looking for it. That New Year's sleaze, he stole your fairy tales and replaced them with shame. Tell me, Sleeping Beauty, isn't it exhausting now that you have to sleep with your eyes shut open?
Now you fear falling asleep because you fear waking up. You wake up in a lightning storm of flashbacks. You can feel him over your shoulder. You smell him breathing sour lies into your flower hair. His legs spreading yours until it's inside you like a headache that won't stop.
Pounding until there are no more thoughts.
You are beautiful.
And this is a battle that no one deserves. But you will get stronger.
I know that every day adds a heavier weight and you feel like no one sees you.
Every time you hear those douchebags in the school hallways singing the anthem of ignorant video gaming boys everywhere.
Oh, dude, you just got raped!
Immediately brace for impact. Your body goes numb before your head knows which emotion to sedate itself with. Their words so sharp and tacked with pain and shame, and it's so fucking hilarious how it's all about a fucking game. Assassin's Creed, War of the Worlds, or some other fucked up make-believe land where the whole point is to kill, be killed, and be almighty. Well, guess what, dude who just got raped? Let me ask you something. Do you still sleep at night? Do you hear the face of the soldier who left you with his sour taste? Do you hear the hymn of him fighting to be let in? Do you cry out the song of solicitation, daring to be forgiven for his sin? Every moment is a constant reminder of what he took. It plays over and over until what he took becomes what you gave for the taking. This fucked up world where we teach girls it was their mistake.
Listen, beautiful, this is not your fault. You didn't do this. This didn't happen because you were drinking, or because you slept over, or because you were too nice, because you were too flirtatious, because he kissed you earlier and you kind of liked it. Because he was so nice. Because, no! It will take tears until you can find words to describe your pain. And years until you can find comfort in the arms of a man.
There will be fear about how this affects your life. If people find out how they see you, if they think that this is why you're attracted to women, if they think that this makes you weak or dark or difficult, if you've just become another statistic,
But listen when I tell you you are strong, you are courageous, and you find that sanity does not mean staying away from fear, but it means facing it head on with grace, and that insanity can come in the form of passion.
It is insane that you will take this experience and not let it keep you from loving passionately, from growing an immense capacity to forgive, and never forgetting that something and everything is mysterious.
You just have to be looking for it. You are beautiful. I know this, and I know this so well, but sometimes I forget. I forget and I fall.
Fall hard.
But every time I fall is a chance for us to recover. A chance for me to look back and say, hey, that storm I thought I was drowning in, turns out I was just swimming in a tall glass of water.
Hey, you're pretty okay. So yes, we're bruised, and yes, this apple does fall far from the tree,
But guess what? We know our roots, and it's what keeps us grounded. Heads up, we're branching out. We're reaching out while reaching back and making everything that has made us unbreakable, unforgettable.
So when people ask you who you are, ask them how much time they've got. Because you are the storm before the calm, the effigy to empathy, and the star that might keep on falling, but goddamn how many wishes come true. Because lesbian, straight, Latina, white, victim, survivor, weak, courageous, bold, none of it is enough to describe just how beautiful you are.
Yeah!